I don't really know that I want to do more.
You're absolutely right. It is about creating that balance, and I can see that with all the things that I do. For instance, the podcast is one of those things. I'm constantly looking at refining the workflow and blah blah, and making, sort of creating more time for myself that I can then do other things with. And even if that's just watching Netflix, or hanging out with my wife, because as much as like I'm doing the day job, like I'm doing the podcast and all the rest of it, I also like to really stay married. That's ultimately that's the bottom line.
It's funny you should say that, because on my website, when there's a little bit about me, basically I put a thing on there basically saying, I don't want my wife and my cats to leave me, so I need your money, so I will work for it. Yes, something along those lines. And again, I mean that quite sincerely. From my perspective, learning about myself and the way my brain works over the last few years, I think it makes sense that this business and this industry works for me, because I've always struggled in 9-to-5 environments. I'm not massively consistent with being able to concentrate on certain things and then work to deadlines, and I'm not great with my timekeeping and all that kind of thing. But what I can do is I can get that right for about 40 times a year when I shoot a wedding, and the rest of it I can work around. I can work around that. I can have a bad day if I need a bad day. I can have a mental health day if I need a mental health day, and then I get days of hyper focus when I can smash out so much work and be massively productive. Or I know, for example, I'm much more productive in the evenings than I am in the morning, so I tend to not go in my office too early because I don't see the point in it. I'll get as much work done going in later than I will by sitting in there all day and all night. But I have the ability, being my own boss, running my own business, to make those kind of decisions. But it's certainly made for my life to be a lot more enjoyable and the balance to be much better, and makes for me, from a mental health point of view, to have a better time of things than some of it.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed that clip, then press here for the full episode in glorious Technicolor. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe.